Hi, before we get started, head over to Relozi.com, your smart relocation and local living hub for everything Frisco, Texas. From neighborhoods and schools to healthcare, city services, and insider tips, Relozi helps you relocate with confidence and stay connected long after you've arrived. Hi, I'm Stephanie King. I'm your local real estate expert here in Frisco, Texas. I'm also a 15-year resident of the Frisco area, and I want to walk you through some places that you and your family can go, whether you're thinking about visiting Frisco or you're moving here or you're thinking about moving here. There's a lot to do in the Frisco area, as well as some really close places nearby that we're going to talk about as well. So let's get started. Okay, so we're going to first start here. If you go to relozi.com and select the City Hub of Frisco, you'll see I have a couple of things tagged. Let's talk about sports first. So Frisco is like the sports capital of America. We have so many things to do. We have soccer, we have golf, we have the Dallas Cowboys practice facility. Let's talk about this one. This is the map. So this is through the city of Frisco. If you click here, it will give you exactly what you're looking for as far as if you're looking for golfing, swimming, soccer, the Dallas Cowboys practice facility. You can even find where you can play golf all the way throughout the city of Frisco. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Relozi.com. We're at the City Hub of Frisco, and let's just check out PGA Golf, what they have to do. So if you go to their website, this has been a big deal in the city of Frisco. Go to their website and you can pretty much find they have events, dining, shopping, golfing. So it's not just for golfers. A lot of times on Friday evenings, we'll see a lot of people just hanging out at the PGA of America, dining and shopping and doing other things other than golf. So definitely check that out while you're in the city of Frisco. Also, we have the Frisco Rough Riders. This has been a really neat addition to the city of Frisco. You can actually go here and it has a pool, like a lazy river that surrounds the field. So that's been like a big deal for everyone that goes to this facility. And then they also have things like Ninja Turtles night for kids. So definitely if you're here, if you're visiting, check out the Frisco Rough Riders website. They always have something new going on, so it's really a fun place to go. Okay, so the National Soccer Hall of Fame, big deal in Frisco. They just built it, it's downtown. If you're a soccer fan, you can't come to Frisco and not visit the National Soccer Hall of Fame. It's really a great place to walk around, take your kids, have some lunch downtown Frisco, and check out the National Soccer Hall of Fame. Okay, so let's go back to, how about entertainment and dining? So let's click the entertainment and dining. As you can see, there's so many places to shop. You can go to the Frisco map that I've loaded in here. And basically, if you're trying to find an Asian restaurant or a bakery, any kind of food, this gives you all the restaurants that you're looking for by type. So I know you can go to Google and kind of check that out, but this is the City of Frisco's website, and it gives you the most accurate and up-to-date information as far as what types of restaurants you can find in the area. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the Star District. This has been like Jerry Jones' baby here in Frisco, and it's really a cool place to visit. In fact, on Friday nights during football season, the City of Frisco partners with the Star, and there are high school football teams that are allowed to play in the Dallas Cowboys practice facility, so that's pretty cool. But there's plenty of other things to do in the Star District. There's places to eat, walk around, there's some shops. You can get Dallas Cowboys merchandise there. Okay, so let's go back. Let's talk about Stonebriar Mall. This is the big mall that everyone likes to shop at whenever they come to Frisco. If you live here, you'll go here. If you come visit, you really want to check it out. It's a really cool mall. It has a hotel in it. It also has a really cool place for kids to play. Food, all the stores you can think of, Lululemon. I mean, it's not a super upscale mall, but it's a really nice mall. Okay, so now we're back on shopping and entertainment. If you see here, Legacy West is definitely not in Frisco, but it's super nearby and it's a big deal. This is going to be more of your upscale vibe. If you're looking for a little bit more expensive stores, maybe things like Louis Vuitton and places like that, you can definitely go to Legacy West. Also, Frisco, Rail Yard, definitely a place you want to visit. But let's talk about Slick City Frisco. This is a brand new attraction, and I will have to say it is really cool. My daughter actually visited here not too long ago. They had a lot of fun, but be careful because you do go really fast on the slides. It's not only for kids, it's also for parents. So you can take your kids there. You can also get a pass. You can go up and down the slides. I mean, it is like a super cool place, and it also has zip lines. So make sure you check that out when you come to Frisco. Okay, so let's go back and look at some of the theaters. There are two theaters in Frisco. My favorite is Cut Theater by Cinemark. I mean, this is theater where you're going to get the heated leather seats. You're going to get the best food. They're going to bring you, wine, alcohol, if you want to drink alcohol while you're watching the movie. This is, to me, like the most upscale theater in and around the city of Frisco. It's my absolute favorite. My husband and I go here probably almost every Friday that we can. There's also a place in Cinemark. There's also a place in Frisco Square called Cinemark. It's a little bit more like the kids kind of area. But let's check out Main Event. This is really where you want to take your family if you're coming to visit. They have everything: bowling, laser tag. We've had birthday parties here before for our daughters. It's just super fun, super open. It gets a little bit crowded on the weekend, but this is a place where you can have a lot of fun with your family. They have really great food, so make sure you check that out. So the next thing we want to talk about in the entertainment is I Fly Frisco. This is a really cool, if you haven't seen this, this is where you can go and actually skydive without skydiving. So I had a daughter that did this as well. I mean, she was probably in the 3rd grade, so I think it scared her, but she had a really great time. And it's really not that expensive, but it's a must-do event when you come to Frisco. If you don't do it when you come to Frisco, do it when you come back. All right, let's go back and let's talk about Strikes Entertainment. Really great place to play bowl. This is more, it's kind of like Main Event, but it's a little bit smaller. So if you're looking for a little bit smaller venue, you definitely want to visit Strikes Entertainment. It's more bowling, but they have a few other things to do there. The menu's great. It's really on the older side of Frisco, but probably less crowded than Main Event. Okay, so now let's talk about Kidzania. Kidzania is in the Stonebriar Mall. It's really for younger kids. I would say like under middle school for sure. My daughters went here when it first opened. It's kind of one of those things that's like, I don't know, they did it one time and they were okay and they were done with it, but I think it was because they were a little bit older. So it probably is more exciting for younger kids. You definitely should visit here for sure if you're coming to visit Frisco and you have young kids. So it's really a fun place. And then you can leave, walk out, go right into the mall, and then have some lunch and do some shopping. Or leave the kids here with dad while you do shopping. Okay, and Universal Kids Resort opening 2026. This is huge for Frisco. They have got a lot built so far. I drive by there almost every day. It's going to be probably for younger kids. It's not really like a big roller coaster for teenager and adult type place, but it's supposed to be really cool. If you have kids, make sure you visit here when you visit Frisco or if you're moving here. Okay, the Painted Tree Marketplace is a must place to go. If you're looking for gifts, this is a really cool boutique. So it's almost like Etsy. If you know what Etsy.com is, this is like an in-person Etsy store. It's really big, so it's going to take a little bit of time to walk through, but I always go here definitely if I'm looking for gifts for somebody, maybe for closing gifts or Christmas gifts or birthday gifts, just unique things. This is where there's a lot of different booths and they're not manned, so you just kind of walk through there. It's a really chill vibe. You don't have people kind of pressuring you to buy stuff like a flea market, but definitely visit there. Okay, so let's go back to the Parks and Recreation tab. If you like outdoors, Frisco definitely has a ton of bike trails, parks. There's a lot to do. I think we try to make up for the lack of terrain here in Frisco by at least having parks and lots of hike and bike trails that connect. So if you visit this map, you can find anything you're looking for. This is kind of like the other maps. If you're looking to golf, if you're looking for a dog park, If you're looking for a place to play football or, just trails or volleyball, this is the map that you're going to want to check out. It's really cool. As you can see, also there's a trail connection tab, and most of the trails in Frisco are connected. So if you want to get on a bike or you just want to walk, definitely check those out. We use those a lot more in the fall than during the summer because it's super hot. But if you see at the bottom, you can kind of tell which parks are which, and there's a couple of parks specifically for dogs. So if you're traveling with your dog, make sure you bring them to one of the parks here in Frisco. All right, if you look over here, there's a hike and bike trail interactive map. So make sure you check that out, click on it, and it'll show you. It's really cool. It actually gives you all of the trails that are in Frisco, so you can see which ones connect or which ones, are just kind of shut off. But this is really cool. Frisco's trying to connect a lot of their trails across the city. So if you bike or hike or, all those good things, you can kind of figure out which trail you want to start at and where it will end at. Okay, so also you see over here on the left-hand side, there's a lake. So there's a beach park. It's not in Frisco technically, but it's in the city of Little Elm. It's about as close as you can get to a beach in North Texas, but it's a really cool place if you want to take kids to play in some sand. There's a park there. There's volleyball. So check out the City of Little Elm Beach Park for something nearby. If you click here on the Frisco Discovery Center, you'll see this is a really cool place for kids, and teenagers. It's got, especially if your kids are into gaming, there is a gaming museum, and it, for those of us who are a little bit older, there's things like the 1980s bedroom. I'm sure you'll remember playing like the Nintendo with the handheld controller that was like super old. So definitely check out the National Video Game Museum whenever you come to Frisco. All right, let's go back to Relozi.com, to the Frisco Hub. And as you can see here, there's a tab for local events. Now this is going to connect you to all the local events across the city of Frisco. There's City of Frisco events. There are the Star District events, Frisco Square events, Rail Yard events. This kind of just puts them all in one place. And if you're, even IKEA has events from time to time, but if you're looking to see on a specific date that you're visiting Frisco, like, hey, what's going on? Maybe we can go to the library, or I'm interested in going to the Frisco Fresh Market. You can click on any one of these links and it will take you directly to their website and the events that they may be holding at that location. So it may take some digging just to kind of figure out, but there's different events across all those websites. Here, if you go to visitfrisco.com, this is a really great place if you're looking specifically for like, concerts, sporting events, or like art type events. You can click on this link and it will kind of give you a rundown of what's going on in Frisco during the time that you'll be here. And it combines a lot of the things that are going on in Frisco, but not everything. So this is not a one-all website, but it does put a lot of information on here as far as dates, and it gives you sports and across different venues. So this is where I would start, and then go to the other websites on the tab, like the Rail District and the Star District, and look for those events. But here you go. There's so much to do in Frisco. There's a lot that people don't know about. The Star District is definitely one you'll want to check out when you're here, like we talked about before. Mimosa Monday. Some of these things are for like moms, dads, but you can also see there's a movie night for kids, and they get to hang out on the lawn of the Star practice facility. All right, we come back here to the local events tab. Let's talk about the City of Frisco PGA Frisco District events. So we've already looked at this once, but it's worth coming here again just to show you that the PGA also holds its own separate events, and you'll definitely see the summer movie series here. That's a really cool thing that a lot of people like to do on the weekend. They throw some Garth Brooks in there. If you're a country fan, you want to check this out. But definitely it's not just for golf lovers. So I would want to reiterate that. All right, so if you go back to Relozi.com, you'll see there's a ton of other things that you can look at for Frisco. If you're moving here, if you just want to know, you can find crime information, commute data, information on neighborhoods. If you're looking for a house, you can go here to Relozi.com. You can contact me. Okay, so one more thing I want to mention, and it's not on Relozi, and it's not in Frisco, but it's super close by in the colonies. We go to Hawaiian Waters a lot during the summer. It's definitely a fun place for your kids to go and cool off. It's they have passes for the summer. I think they're super inexpensive if you get the pass at the beginning of the summer, but my kids always love to go here once a week at least, and it's, like I said, super cool. Lots of fun slides. It's really only like maybe a 10 to 15 minute drive from Frisco, depending on where you're staying in the Frisco area. Okay, so I want to check one more thing out. Grandscape at the Colony. This is also not in Frisco technically, but again, super close, 10 to 15 minutes. This is where you'll find a lot of shopping. There's some more things to do like Fritz Adventure. There's an immersive game box facility that kids love to go to. If you check out the photos, you'll just kind of get an idea for the vibe there. There's a really cool sports store called Shields. Okay, so we talked about the Little Elm Beach Park a little while ago, and I just want to kind of put this in here and give you a visual view of what it looks like. This is a little bit more of a drive, but no more than, 20 minutes from anywhere in Frisco. It really is an awesome place to go. They have some restaurants down there. Not really like a vibe where you can go and walk around the city, but once you're in the park area, the kids can go. They have like, I think, a burger stand right there, but they can go. There's you can go jet skiing there. You can ride in a canoe. You can just like wade in the water. Okay, so we're back on Relozi.com. As you can see, if you even look at the bottom where it says Ask a Local, you can click that and ask any question about anything in the city of Frisco, in and around, and someone, likely myself or someone on our team, will answer any questions you have. Even if you're here in Frisco, like at the time, submit it and we'll answer right away. And if you're just like, what restaurant should I go to? Or I'm looking for this, check it out, put your information in, and we'll get back to you right away.